Let me tell you a quick story about how I actually couldn't even afford riding lessons growing up, and I had to muck stalls in order to pay for my riding lessons. And even then, I could only afford to take 2 riding lessons a month, and it wasn't even with like a high level coach or something like that. I actually went through 5 different riding instructors before I found one that was like semi decent in my area. So I had to pick stalls and work really hard in order to take these riding lessons. And at the end of the day, it wasn't even with an Olympic level coach. And at the time, I was trying really hard to move up in my level. I wanted to be an Olympic show jumper. That was my goal since I was a little kid. But I was struggling with developing bad habits, okay? And I was having no structure in my rides. So unless I had a riding instructor with me in the arena, at all times. It was like I was floating around the arena, accomplishing nothing, and no matter what I was doing, like I just wasn't progressing. And I was getting more and more overwhelmed and frustrated, and honestly, I was feeling like I was going in circles. That's when the bottom really fell out from under me. And I realized that if I ever wanted to become a world-class rider, something had to change. I needed regular riding lessons from high-level coaches, and without being limited based on, my budget or the type of horses I had or the type of access to coaches which was in my immediate area. I couldn't drive more than an hour for riding lessons, but that's what I was limited to, which meant I couldn't keep doing what I'd already been doing. And as you can imagine, I was in pretty bad shape. Like, I was emotional, I was desperate, and I was overwhelmed, I was stressed, but honestly, I wasn't really ready to give up my dream of being an Olympic show jumper. And that's when I discovered that high-level coaching was the key to my success. And at that point, I gotta say, everything for me really changed, because I discovered how to finally make high-level riding lessons accessible to all riders around the world. I discovered how to use cross-training exercises from professionals of all disciplines in order to skyrocket you and your horse's success. And I also learned how to progress riders and horses 10 times faster than if they had done it alone. And I can say that from experience because I had been doing it alone and it wasn't working. And it wasn't until I got high-level coaching that really things just started to skyrocket for me, okay? Because talent is only going to get you so far. And not all of us are born talented. But because I discovered that high-level coaching was the key to my success, I was then able to provide high-level lessons to all types of riders. And I've worked around the world on 5 different continents, 20 plus different countries, with students of all disciplines, all levels, all ages, like all shapes, all sizes, all horse types that you could even think of. And this made a huge difference in people's lives around the globe. Because I discovered how to help equestrians be world-class riders and win ribbons without being limited to, what's limited by their local area or how big or how small their budget is. Now I'm also able to live my dream of, being a show jumper and being a top rider. And I never have to worry about riding lessons not being accessible to other equestrians. I've always wanted to pay it forward. And that's why I'm so passionate about our guided riding lessons. So you can actually experience what it's like to have high-level coaching from the touch of your fingers, okay, from inside your pocket, and you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars a month flying out high-level coaches or flying to high-level coaches in order to have access to this. With the guided riding lessons, think of it as if you've ever listened to a meditation audio book or a guided meditation or something guided, okay? Maybe even cooking recipes, guided recipes. It's similar to that. You can actually have this audio download in your pocket on your phone. You can play it from your jodhpurs. Every jodhpurs or breeches have pockets nowadays. You can lay it out on the fence. You can put it in the arena, attach some speakers to it, however you want to do this, or just put in your little earbuds. But how this works is you are going to be able to, as you are riding your horse, you are going to get high-level instruction straight to your ears. How cool is that? I so wish that I had something like this when I was growing up. And so that is why I'm so excited to be able to offer something like this to you guys. And, in my almost 20 years working with horses, as a high level coach and working with so many different students and so many different horses and different varieties, I'm going to give you the troubleshooting in these guided lessons. Okay. So anything that you think that you might have like bad habits or something, I'm going to cut that down even before you realize that you're doing that. Okay. So it's just going to be gentle, friendly reminders to correct this or how to troubleshoot that if your horse is doing this or if your horse is doing that. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an intermediate or an advanced, because I'm going to have options for both. So I'm super excited for this. I know you guys are going to love it. I know you guys are going to benefit from this hugely. Okay. You're going to be able to 10 times your riding and your horse's balance and everything in such a short amount of time, because now you are going to have access to high level coaching from your phone. Pretty crazy. So I am super excited for this, and I can't wait to see you guys inside.